What's up guys, and welcome back. Today in this video we are going to be talking about some movie news, horror news, specifically about the new Halloween movie coming out October 2018. So this movie is being directed by David Gordon Green, someone I've not really heard of before, and it's also being written by him and co-written by Danny McBride, the comedy actor most commonly known from Eastbound and Down, and recently he was in Alien Covenant, so that's pretty interesting. Also, John Carpenter is actually the executive producer. If you don't know who he is, of course you know who he is, but he's the director of the original Halloween film, and he has been heavily involved with the production of this film, so that's always a plus. This news actually came as quite a surprise to me. I'd just seen it on Twitter. They basically just revealed a poster or some production art, and it had Jamie Lee Curtis in the same clothes from the original movie, standing outside what looks like the house from the first movie, and in the background you can see Michael Myers, the shape, looking awesome. And yeah, so that was how they broke the news, which everyone kind of lost their shit about on Twitter. And that's all they released, so that leaves so many different questions. There have been a few interviews since that news was broken, but there's so many questions that are up in the air about what this film's going to be, where it's going to take place, and just a clusterfuck of things that could happen in this movie. First of all, my thoughts are that I'm always happy to see another Halloween film. It's been a long time since the last one. The last one was Resurrection, which is pretty shit, I'm not going to lie. When I watched it for the first time when I was growing up, I actually enjoyed it, but watching it again since then, it's definitely the worst in the franchise. Busta Rhymes just doing his karate moves and making those noises while fighting Michael is just terrible. But if any of you guys actually like that movie, then all the best to you. Enjoy it. So what I'm trying to say is the bar is pretty low for what it has to beat in terms of this new film. It has to beat Halloween Resurrection, which isn't a hard feat at all. But spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Resurrection, Jamie Lee Curtis is in the movie for the first 5 minutes and she actually dies. So obviously this film is being written out of the canon, but what other films have been written out of the canon? It seems safe to assume that the new Halloween movie takes place at least after the first movie or the second movie. I feel like they're going to scrap everything from beyond Halloween 2, but at the same time, I have no idea how they're going to go from Halloween 2's ending to the next one, because without trying to spoil too much, he doesn't really have his costume anymore intact anyway. So I think the best way to approach this movie is that if it happens directly after the ending of the first Halloween movie, which gives them a lot more freedom to go where the story wants to go. There are a few things that I'm conflicted about. Obviously, this is going to take place, 40 years after the original Halloween, so Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be old, and Michael's going to be old, and I can't see a 60-year-old Michael looking very intimidating, so I don't know how they're going to do that. How do you guys think they're going to get around that? Now, if this does take place after the first Halloween, that could work out why he still has the jumpsuit and the mask, although he probably hasn't worn it for like 40 years. But if this takes place after Halloween 2, how are they going to smartly write him a way to get the mask back and the jumpsuit? Because I don't think every store is just still producing the outfit for the next 40 years, especially in Haddonfield after what happened. One of the big changes in Halloween 2 is that they actually made it a plot point that Laurie Strode is actually Michael Myers' brother, and that's the whole reason he came back to kill her, which some people like, some people don't. Obviously that became the main plotline of the entire series, with Michael trying to kill off his remaining family members. And I saw in an interview for the new Halloween movie they were strongly suggesting that they were going to scrap that idea completely, that they weren't related anymore, which I kind of like the idea of that, because one of the main scary things about the first Halloween movie is he's just a psychopath who comes home and he just kills whoever he wants. He's just doing it because that's just the way his brain's wired, or he's just pure evil. Whereas when you add the whole family thing into it, it kind of gets rid of the mystique, which is definitely something that they should never go towards, because we all saw what happened in Halloween 2 with the whole white horse thing, the remake I'm talking about. And I think it's always better just to be more mysterious, and it definitely makes Michael a lot more scarier. So hopefully they scrap the family thing. I don't know how they're going to scrap the whole family thing if they're going to keep Halloween 2 in the picture. That's why I think they're going to get rid of Halloween 2's events, which I'm not too happy about, because I do actually love Halloween 2. Sometimes I think I enjoy Halloween 2 more than the first one. Another thing we have to question is, how is Laurie Strode going to fit in this picture and not be just like shoehorned in? Like, does she still live in Haddonfield after the events? How does she get involved with the events of whoever Michael is killing? Because I assume he's going to be killing a whole new cast of characters. He can't still be going after just Laurie Strode, because she's like 60 and no one wants to see Jason kill a bunch of pensioners. My thoughts on this are going to be something like Michael starts killing people and the police get involved and she hears about it, and somehow realises Michael's back and has to come into the picture. That's the only way I can think of her being creatively, smartly getting back into the story without it being shoehorned in. We've got to assume this is taking place in Haddonfield as well. It'd be a bit weird if it wasn't in Haddonfield, so I'm guessing the Myers house is still intact. Yeah, and if Laurie Strode is living in Haddonfield, I guess it'd be a bit weird for her to walk past Michael Myers' house for the last 40 years, so that would be a strange angle to take the story in. Another thing I'm interested in finding out is, obviously after Halloween 2, we didn't see Laurie Strode again until Halloween H2O, which took her character in a different angle. She was more strong, she was a professor or a teacher at like a college. But now, if that's not taking place, are we going to see a whole different side of the Laurie Strode character? Is she traumatized from the events of Halloween 1 and 2? Is she a battle-hardened survivor now? Like, this could go in a whole different angle, and knowing Jamie Lee Curtis's role, she's probably going to be a strong protagonist, so it's going to be fun to see where they take the character in a different set of events. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the Halloween 2018. I'm optimistic for it because a lot of the horror films coming out these days seem to have a lot more care put into them. I'm looking forward to it. I want to know what you guys think. All of the questions I've just brought up, I want to know what you guys think they're going to do with the story, or what you would like to see with the next Halloween film. And thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.